GREGGS. It's a staple of our nation. Millions are tuned to their delicacies. But what if we built GREGGS inside of Minecraft? Today we're going to be building GREGGS inside of my creative test world, or just creative world, and we are going to be building it on this plot here. So I'm going to start to lay out the sort of general plot, and we're going to be using this image of a real GREGGS. I don't know where it is. We're going to be using this as our base design and sort of adapting it from there. I'm going to go for a sort of checkered wooden pattern here, to sort of resemble that of outside of the building is like, sort of like a patio. We all know GREGGS is very modern and sleek. This is becoming extremely time consuming and very intricate, but this is what I do for GREGGS. We have our sort of base patio sort of laid out, but I'm going to extend it around the side, so it sort of wraps around the side. I'm also thinking of putting in a seating area here, because you can't have GREGGS and not a seating area. That is just criminal. Absolutely criminal. I'm kind of thinking of going bigger for the plot here, making it a bit wider, because I kind of went a bit too small to start off with, but that's fine. This is Creative World, we can do whatever we want here. Yay. Of course, we're going for the blue concrete here. Blue! As the wall design, because I think this is best suited to the photo here. This photo, look at the photo. This photo here. See the blue concrete? Yes, you do, yes. So this is the photo I was referring to, and this wall will look very, very good, I think. Probably. As it turns out, the wall was so good I had to destroy it and rebuild it. My wall is going up in the world. We're going up, up, up. It's going to be a very tall GREGGS. I've been messing around for a little while and I'm trying to get that iconic GREGGS logo on the side here. Just wondering the best place to put it. I think that I do. That is pretty good. Well, you all know the GREGGS logo. It's beautiful. It's majestic. And it needs a little bit of highlights as well, I think. So maybe we'll just do this. Grab some slabs and see if they'll work. I like these new bamboo slabs. They're pretty cool. I do like that. As you're driving on by, you see the highlighted GREGGS sign and you're like, ooh, I want a GREGGS. Well, there is our first glass pane window, and I've decided to sort of break it up a bit because there are multiple windows, of course, but it's very hard to do in Minecraft to get the actual panes in. Then we've got this sort of big, sort of grey slab at the top here where the logo sits, and then I want to create a door there, sort of not in the middle, sort of 3/4 into the build, and then on this side. Yeah, so put the door in that gap there. This is tricky. I'm just going to put it here. And I'm going to put some bricks here too. And I'm going to make a queue. And it's going to look cool. There we are. Just putting the remaining floor in. That's sort of the queuing area where you sort of line up there. I think I'm going to put in some fridges on that back wall there. Now we're going to continue this streak of wall down. Make it look nice and uniform. You can see our plot is looking much, much bigger now as well. I've actually extended the grass platform to make sure we've got enough seating area room. I kind of want to put a blue wall here where the other logo is going to sit. Now the lettering is going to go on the grey wall and then the logo is going to go here. And I think I'm going to make that out of banners. So I need this to be sort of 2 by 2. If that makes any sense to you guys. Probably doesn't. Just enjoy the colours and just watch along. Okay, now I'm just going to overfeed this blue wall to make it a little bit chunkier. Well, that's looking pretty good. Looking a bit like this photo here. Remember this photo, yeah. You're going to think this is an odd choice, but I kind of want to create a gradient going across, sort of like beams, sort of like structure beams, because I want to try and give gaps in this. Let me retry. I want to try and give gaps in this sort of blue concrete wall here and break it up a bit, so it's a bit more pleasant on the eye. I'm not going to talk about it. Just go past it. Just watch past it. No, I'm not going to talk about it. Maybe wall's better. Wall's the answer to everything. Lovely wall. Gonna add a grey wall on the side here, sort of fill up this building. Also gonna feed this round because I really want to pad this building out, give it some depth. With all good buildings, you know, focus on the front and leave the back till later. Adding more structure. It's a weird kind of choice, I know. For some odd reason, I want to decorate the roof here, so I've added these glass panels of a back in and possibly an entrance up to the top. I'm gonna add some sort of what do you call it? What do you call it? It's the like air conditioning, the vents, and then maybe even some solar panels. Because Greggs is a very, a very contemporary company. Um, Not sponsored, not sponsored. Greggs is absolutely what we should all be striving to be in this modern age. And I really hope this doesn't age poorly and Mr. Gregg gets into some weird financial stuff. But anyway, let's do this. Don't worry, builder boys and girls. I'm going to be adding some detail to this brick wall later on. Don't you worry. Papa Phipps has got you covered. That sounded very weird. Never saying that again. I've decided to be that sort of guy that always goes extra, the extra mile to just sort of annoy you when he does his work to the best he can. So I'm going to be adding in a little delivery drop-off bit here at the end. I don't actually know if they have these in Greggs. I assume they must do in some big ones like this. Here, the photo that's based on. Am I going to show the photo again? No, you've seen it enough times. So I'm going to add this sort of back sort of section with possibly a Greggs lorry because I want to add some vehicles to this world, and where better to start with Greggs? Would you look at that? It's all stony and done and smooth. And look, I did the back as well. I added this weird lip bit on the back, and I'm going to extend the top. There we are. That's looking pretty nice. I also want to add this sort of garage door section at the back here, where they sort of flip it up and send in the boxes through. You always need a good old garage door in a Greggs. If we add this sort of white trim, it might make it look a bit better, and that looks very nice against the grey concrete. I'm liking this idea very much. Going to add the trim actually around the whole building because I really like the contrast there of how it looks. Look at my door is amazing. Give it a lick. Ooh, do, 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 do. Because we care about the finer details, we are adding this little rudder that the door somehow goes and follows through. Not sure how this will work in Minecraft, but I don't care. It looks cool. Okay, now I'm going to try my best to do that gradient I was talking about on the brick wall. And I'm going to start off with darker terracotta colours on the bottom and then work my way up to lighter colours at the top. And hopefully this will give a nice, good sort of look from far away. Look at me sounding like I know what I'm doing. I've got no idea. I'm just placing blocks. Am I the one placing the blocks? Or are the blocks placing me? Do the blocks place themselves? Do the blocks know where they are in life? Are blocks happy? Block philosophy aside, I think that looks pretty darn good. I especially like the top colours blending quite well with the brick. I'm not too sure about the red on the bottom, but I think it might grow on me in due time. Because it's an industrial building, I'm adding some industrial looking blocks, which will be this weathered copper. Of course, it's waxed indeed. I think these are okay. They're okay. They don't need to match the gradient, they just need to sort of stand out on their own, make it look metallic and industrial. Just now adding some more detail to the mud bricks, adding some, is it compacted mud? Just to sort of break it up a bit, give it that sort of weathered look so it doesn't stand out too much as a straight single file building. And it kind of blends in more with the environment. I don't know building science how it works, it just works. I'll get back to commentating in a minute. I'm just having a breath mint. So I won't be long. I won't be a second. I won't be long, I promise. Ooh, my breath is minty fresh now. Right, so I'm just adding in these air conditioning vent things. I can't remember the name for them, but they're on top of the building now. I'm just making them look very professional and cool. Just go for simple. That's what you got to do with these sort of builds. Don't overdo it. You don't want it to take away from the actual build. And I might add some antennas, and of course I'm going to add those solar panels as I was talking about. So antennas I love doing on buildings. They are one of the bestest things in the world. Actually, probably not. Probably not. I probably like mints more than antennas. probably do like mince more antennas. Mince give you nice breath. Antennas just kind of look spiky, I guess. I tried this already on the roof. It didn't really look correct. I'm going to add a satellite dish on the side of the building because you don't really notice them when you see buildings in cities and high streets. But they're there. You see, satellite dishes are there. I've just got to get this one correct. I have not built a satellite dish on a build in a little while. Probably the last city build I did was when I did it. Maybe thinking if we just add a slab under this stair, it might look like a dish. You can't really get a circle that well in Minecraft, but I'm sure this will be okay. That looks pretty good, sort of like a C shape, and you sort of don't really notice it unless you know it's there. So I think that's pretty cool. I also like the angle that it's on. That does do a pretty good job. And now we're just finishing up our spiky antenna. Adding a candle on top of a chain on top of a fence post is always a good way to get that sort of pointy look going. And I like that very much. Now I'm wondering if I should... I don't really want to overdo it with the antennas. Perhaps let's place a button on top of the fence post. Hello? Mr. Button, please place. Is that a... Have, have they removed buttons on... They have! They've removed buttons on top... I really don't like this game. Whatever. I didn't want buttons on my fence post anyway. I'm just going to add my solar panels in. And that is definitely not what we're going for the solar panel. That is absolutely ugly wuggly. That's more like it. They look pretty good, eh? Yeah, they do the trick, and that sort of gives our roof a complete look and makes the most of the space that we have. And from the ground, you ain't going to notice that at all. It's just going to look a little bit cool thing from you looking at it from above, and it's going to look like a building should. Buildings should look like buildings. Buildings should also have fully done interiors. But I'll rather focus on what's really important. That, of course, which being the very important trailer out here and the truck that I'm going to build. The delivery truck that supplies GREGGS with the amazing pastries and sausage rolls. Did I mention the sausage rolls? I don't think I did yet. Anyway, I've never, well, I have, but never on video have I think I've built a trailer. And I'm kind of doing this just improv. This is the only improv I'm going to be doing. Of course, my comedy is not quite there. But I'm going to try and get the shape of it right. I think I might have a few attempts at this because I'm doing it just off the top of my head and freehand, and you know it already looks like an oblong and weird. Maybe we try and stretch this out. I don't want it to be too tall, you know, because I want it to sort of fit in and not also take away any attention from the building. Because if it's like a bus size, it's going to look ridiculous. It's kind of coming along. I'm not too happy about the stairs. Maybe you should try more slabby stuff. Slabby stuff's good. Goodbye stairs. I'm going to replace you with my slabby stuff. Hopefully looks a bit better if it's more flat on the bottom perhaps. I honestly have not googled Minecraft truck. I might have to in a minute. Because, you know, taking designs from other people is good, you know. As long as you don't steal it directly, I think. I do kind of want to challenge myself and try and make this freehand without any Googling or pictures of anyone else's made, because I kind of want it to be quite unique to this video. Give you guys something worth to watch. But obviously I'm quite good with vehicles. That is something people have said to me. I know, it's surprising. I'm quite good with the vehicle, so the truck won't be that hard. I think I'm going to go for a classic British Europe truck. Because obviously in America you have the weird long nose because they need to sleep in the cabin, don't they? That's a weird fun fact for you guys. You learn something new every day. Right, so that's the trailer. I'm going to call it a flat nose truck, which is common in Europe and the British Isles, where it's just sort of quite tall, you know. And in fact, I think it'd be taller than the trailer. I'm not 100% happy with this trailer. I'm going to keep tinkering with it and I'm going to show you guys the end result. But I'm not going to Google. That would be bad. Add in the wheels. I chose never right. Do. I don't know why I'm sitting in this part, but I guess I'm started it now. Do. Who knew blimmin' wheels would be so hard to do in Minecraft? Okay, I'm gonna think I put it there. I don't know if item frame's gonna look good. I haven't tested any of this yet. I know, surprising, I have not tested this yet. Does it look better? The thing is, I don't want to use black concrete because I want black concrete to be sort of on the world, but I might have to use it depending on if it looks better. It does look quite good. I don't know. I think I might go back to netherite. Just because netherite stands out as a... well, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, we do that. It looks a bit wheelie as well. Looks a bit like a wheel. Where there's a wheel, there's a way. And now, it's everyone's favourite time to do the cabin. This bit I think I'm going to be quite good at. And I'm saying that without knowing if I'm going to be good at it or not. And I'm kind of hoping I will be. I've got a picture in my head that I think is going to work out quite well. But this could also turn out very horribly. This happens all the time. This happens with every single build I do. It looks good in my head. When I actually build it, it just looks a bit weird. Maybe my head's tilted and a bit wonky or something, and I'm looking at it from the wrong way. Okay. We are nope, not starting the clip like that. Nope, gonna redo that one. Okay, guys, we have started on the front of the trailer. It's not going too bad actually, because it's blocks. Blocks are easy. If this was an American style trailer, I have built in the past, it would be quite a nightmare. But I like this. This is going well. I want to add some headlights here on the front, and it's going to be quite a tall one. I also want you to be able to get in there as well, because I think that's just a nice touch. Now the grille of a truck is always a hard one to do. I might come back to that in the mo. And we're going to add in obviously the connecting bit where the trailer has to connect to the cabin. See what I mean by this going a bit wonky. Okay, I always tend to use anvils because they're always quite reliable, and I put an iron bar between the block and the anvil. Working with slabs is always a bit difficult as well, and they never really join up quite well. But that's a good size, I think. We just need to add some height to it, some windows, and then we are golden. That's not a bad height at all, is it? Just done a little bit of testing with the windshield. I decided to go for, I think, light grey, and then adding the top bit on there. That's not a bad height. It's the same height as the trailer. I might go one higher, not too sure yet. The iron bar's going in, of course. We all saw it coming. Yeah, I think I might go one higher, to be honest. Yeah, it looks a bit like shrunk, doesn't it? It looks like someone's shrunk my truck. They've shrunk my truck, and they've just left it to be shrunk. How dare they? I'm being reckless and I'm being Mr. Perfect. I'm changing the trailer to make it look better, to make it go higher. I do want to add some logos on the side of this, so I want it to be quite tall. I don't want the logo to be shrunk. This is going to take a lot of tinkering, this truck. Oh boy. Hello everyone, it is future editor Phipps here to tell you that unfortunately the clip of me building the truck went missing. I know. Ah, gosh, what are we going to do? Don't worry, you're going to see it at the end. Anyway, hope you enjoy the rest of the... Hope you enjoy the rest of the video and have a nice time. I'm sure you will. Okay, so it's patio time, baby. Right, we're going to extend this patio because I want my Greggs to have the utmost bestest of good seating area. And we can't get that without a large area because seats in Minecraft tend to be quite big. I've just realised I'm in the wrong skin, so I'm going to change that. You didn't see anything. Well, no, I wasn't an astronaut, wasn't playing on Minecraft at all. New episode of that, by the way. So, we are going to be working on this patio. I sort of want to go for a gravelly type. You know those, you always see the seating areas in fast food restaurants. I am liking this, sort of the breaking up. You know, I can't do too much terraforming. Terraforming? Is that the right word, terraforming? There's a problem hosting multiplayer. Oh no, I can't play with my friends. Oh dear. Anyway, so I can't. Sorry, right. Anyway, I'm just too funny. Right. So I want to sort of break up this deep slate in the ground, giving it more texture. That's the word, texture, because it looks a bit boring and flat without it. But I am going to add chairs and tables on top of this, and you're not really going to see it. But it's just the little details that count. I can't add too much detail because if we added so much detail into every single thing, this world would be full of lag because there's going to be lots of buildings in this world. But I am a stickler for detail. A stickler for detail. Just fitted my new fence. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty clean. Goes sort of with the Greggs vibes. Oh yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Right, let's get in the patio furniture or the seating area. That's sort of matching the colour of the fence, which is the brand new bamboo colours, which is amazing. Once again, decided to go for the round table and chairs. The chairs are kind of very tucked in, so quite a tight squeeze. Maybe it's a patio for children, we don't know. Right, we're going to add the umbrella. I can't remember what the name of this thing is. It's not pagoda, is it? I don't know. We're going to add this nice carpet design. Obviously, you use string to get the carpets floating, and you can't really see the string when you look far away. I want this to be in the style of GREGGS. I also want this to be descending. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get that though. So again, more tinkering needs to be involved in this process. This is a much better design. It may look quite flat, but from under sorry, have not made this world that great. Obviously, it's a normal terrain generated world. It was at random, so I'm just working out of what I've got. Making a city around here, basically, is what I'm doing. Right, let's copy that over. I'm not sure if I've really explained what this world is. Let me take this opportunity to explain whilst I repetitively build this. This world is my creative world, my forever creative world, if you will. I'm going to try and build as cool of a place, like a city, as I can in creative, because building in survival, I find, just takes away what you can really do, because of the time, the gathering of resources. Obviously, though, in creative, you do tend to use too many resources, if you know what I mean. In survival, I probably wouldn't use so many colours on the building because I don't have that. But in creative, we can do whatever you want. You can be as creative as you want. So I've decided to build a city here, and I thought, a city needs a Greggs. Let's build a Greggs here. You can see in the background I've built a few other things. My girlfriend built that house over there. That's why I'm saying it's not me. That's why it looks like that way. Don't tell her I said that, please. I'll be in trouble. But I've decided to do a little series on the channel where I sort of build things and commentate and show you guys what I've done because it's fun. This is just for fun. I'm not doing this to tutorial. Not do well. You can build it if you want. I mean, I'm not sure why, but I'm just doing this to just show you guys what I'm getting up to in my creative world, and maybe you'll get some ideas coming from it. Anyway, those two look pretty good. Like this subway thing we just went past. That's pretty cool. And in the background, you see a big glass dome. Don't worry about that. You can ignore that. Yes, let's carry on with the Greggs patio. I like this design. It's giving Greggs. It's giving the vibe of a Greggs, and I'm loving it. Actually, I can't say I'm loving it. That's McDonald's logo. What is Greggs logo? I'm Gregging it, maybe? Or maybe, Greggs. Was that? No, it's finger licking Greggs, maybe. This is me being Mr. Particular again, but I've decided to not make the area too crowded. So I've added some bench sort of type things going in here. I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm hoping this looks okay. I don't want to overcrowd it, basically. Right, so I've added sort of a few bits to the interior, and I've also added these sort of fridges, because there are fridges in Greggs that give you the drinks. We need the drinks in our Greggs. I'm not sure if you guys have been in the Greggs, because obviously I don't know who's watching this video. If you have been in the Greggs, you know what I'm talking about. And I think these brand new bookshelves that I've never played around with sort of work quite well as a drinks cabinet and a fridge. So they kind of look like bottles of drink, if you know what I mean. Maybe some weird sports drink. Maybe just any old drink, but they kind of work. And if you just sort of assault them randomly, they may look like a bookshelf, but use your imagination a little bit. You're inside a Greggs. What's going to look like that behind glass? Drinks, of course they are. So we got the interior coming on a little bit. We've got the counter, we've got the entrance, got a few chairs on the sort of a floating island there. And now I kind of want to work on behind the counter area. Now, obviously, a Greggs inside is quite small. I'm not really sure how big this one, the photo that you guys see, the photo. I'm not sure how big the actual interior of this one is. I'm kind of making it up as I go along. I think lecterns work quite well as a cashier. Maybe if we add something to that in the mo. I've added in this sort of glass shielding, which actually oddly enough links in with that white strip I was put in earlier, which was unintentional, I can't lie. Putting in the ovens, as we know, Greggs obviously cook their stuff in store. When I say cook, I do mean defrost, but they cook their stuff in store so it's fresh for you guys. So we've got to put the ovens in and a few workstations and workbenches. There's not much space in this building. I don't know the actual space behind the Greggs, behind the scenes. Maybe it's like a warehouse where they just got like an Argos of Greggs. I don't know. But I just assume for this scenario, they've not got a lot of space because I doubt they do. I doubt they even have a staff room. Maybe they do. I don't know. I just think they have a staff meeting just over the counter. So we're going to punch a hole for a wall, a lovely wall. Maybe going to add some air vents. That's it. Some air conditioning because all that steam from the hot sausage rolls is got to go somewhere. So we're going to vent it out to the roof, through the side of the building and up the side. So we've got to build a vent on the other side too. Probably would use andesite. Probably use andesite here too. Now added in some more decorations, some more boxes in the warehouse. I'm going to call this bit the warehouse area, and then we've got the staff counter over there. I'm pretty sure this interior is looking pretty good. Not too shabby. I'm going to add some sort of clean bits in the floor, break it up a bit so it pleases the eye a bit more as you are walking through here. So it doesn't look too bland. Obviously, Greggs being one of the non-blandest foods in the UK. And in goes the air vents around the back of the building, which is going to link up to the vents on top. Do I know how these really work? No. Is this Minecraft and I don't care? Yes. Well, I do care. I just don't really know, so I'm sort of guessing. A logical guess, if you will. I'm going to guess that these vents out to the top. I've seen a few backer buildings, not really my forte. But I'm going to assume that there is ventilation in a building. There's got to be, surely. Especially in Greggs. All those hot and steamy prices, way. A big thank you to everyone who watched this video and who enjoyed. Make sure you guys leave a like and maybe even subscribe if you want to see more builds in this creative world. Thank you for joining me on my journey when I'm building Greggs. I am absolutely thrilled how this turned out and I love it as an addition to my world. Maybe you could build it in your world too, although these instructions may be a little bit hard to follow. Anyway, that has been a very long video that's taken a very long time to do. On that note, I'm going to take a break, maybe get a drink. A coffee, indeed. Or maybe a coffee from Greggs. Have a good day.